Hello. Hello. My name is Aidan. My name is Aidan Greene. I know some of you are thinking, does he have a speech impediment, or is he just from Cavan? It's both. I have a stammer, and I'm also my own first cousin. For the people from America, Cavan is the Alabama of Ireland. Here's a fun fact about the fucking tension in this room right now. You should see your faces. Like, tell us the fun fact. What the fuck is this? Jesus Christ! Is this some sort of Make-A-Wish thing, Eddie? I tell you, they say that Irish men can't do foreplay well. I have kept a woman waiting for hours. And that was just for my order in Starbucks. Fun fact about Cavan, that's where I was. Fun fact about Cavan. In Cavan, we have to have a Tinder. I know Eddie was talking about it earlier. We have Tinder in Cavan, but the High Court just ruled, legally in Ireland, we can no longer call it Tinder. Legally in Cavan, we have to call Tinder Ancestry.com. Because I was on it was just pictures of me cousins. We're an attractive family. I also want to say thank you for supporting Live. So many of you here. Give yourselves a round of applause for supporting Live Comedy. From the bottom of my little disabled heart, I'm so happy. Because during the pandemic, we stand-ups. We had to do stand-up on Zoom. Was anyone at a Zoom comedy show? They were garbage. Especially for me and my stammer. Every Zoom show I was on, I could see the entire crowd on my screen, and every show I could see at least one person trying to figure out whether I was stammering or buffering. In one show, a fella left his microphone on, and I genuinely heard him say, "Lads, is it a hate crime if I switch it off and back on again?" And it is, okay. I'm gonna get this. I'm stammering quite a bit as well. I don't normally stammer this much. You're all just very lucky. You are getting half the amount of jokes for the same amount of money, so, which is very Cavan of me. So I am on a speech course for my stammer. It's called the Maguire. I'm on a speech course for my stammer. It's called the Maguire. It's called the Maguire. You think to fucking make it easier to say? This is very bad advertising for a speech course. Might as well be in a fucking fight club. Can't fucking talk about it anyway. I'm on a speech course for my stammer. It's called the Maguire. It's called the Maguire program. We did it! Don't applaud! That's very condescending! You'd be a fucking nightmare at the Paralympics, wouldn't like, look at them! They're getting off the bus! So brave, so brave. So the Maguire why did I try fucking say it again? So the Maguire program, it isn't a cure for stammering, obviously, okay? But what it is instead is a course that, so it is a course that teaches you a series of techniques, and these techniques that help you be in control of your stammer, okay? And one of these techniques that I personally find incredibly helpful is, we're encouraged to speak in a deep and breathy tone of voice like this. But I try not to because it's a bit creepy. But it's incredibly effective. I know that any time I feel a stammer coming on, I can speak in that deep and breathy tone of voice, and I won't stammer anymore. And that can get me into a bit of trouble. 13 years ago, it was my grandmother's funeral. I know. And my family, for some reason, decided it was a fantastic idea to get the little stammer boy to read the longest reading in the Bible. So I was about 473 pages into St. John's 1000th letter to the fucking Corinthians. Those lads never wrote back, by the way. He was the Stan off his sleeve. He was like, there's some shady I've been fucking writing! Nothing, okay? His tea was gone cold, but he didn't know why, okay? But up ahead, I saw a word that I knew I was going to stammer on. I knew under no circumstances was I going to be able to say this word. And I thought to myself, Aidan, this is not the time. This is a serious and somber moment. Fall back on the teachings of the Maguire program. So I started to read like this. And I saw one by one, every person in the congregation all come to the same realization. That I had been possessed by the spirit of my grandmother. Because that's exactly how she sounded. I'm pretty sure she was Batman for a while after Christian Bale. You'd walk in and go, how are you, Granny? What's the crack? She'd go, vengeance. All right, vengeance, I'll have a cup of tea. So they called in an old priest and a young priest, and they yeeted a bunch of holy water onto me, okay? Just to get the spirit out. But before her, before her spirit left my body, she said the weirdest thing. And to this day, I don't understand why she would have said this. But obviously, she said it, not me. She said, I'm leaving the house to Aidan. It was very weird. But if anyone wants to live with me in Cavan, I have some very attractive cousins, okay? He was single, very, come to Cavan. They all look exactly like me, and they're all bald as well. The inbreeding is real. It's not the only technique in the Maguire program. It's not all being a sexy, being sexy. It's not all being sexy. Have I been sexy? Have I? Oh, thank you. Relax, I'm married, okay? Relax. Keep it in your pants, Like my shoes, just been nice all night. And I'm like, you hit Paralympics! So there are other techniques on the course. One of them is when you feel a stammer coming on, you're not supposed to force through the stammer. That's actually the worst thing you can do. You may have seen me do this earlier. When you feel a stammer coming on, you're supposed to stop. Release all of the air from your lungs. Take a long pause. Take another deep breath and try again. So sometimes I stop speaking mid-sentence or mid-word. And this can also be problematic. During the pandemic, I've been wearing a mask like everyone else. And when I wear a mask, people cannot see that I have a disability. So last summer, I was at a bar just around the corner from here and I was wearing a mask when I went up to the bar and I stammered when I was trying to order a cocktail. I did not get the tail, okay? Because there's a big difference if I walk up and I'm not wearing a mask, I'm like, hi, can I have a cock? They can just say, oh, he's just disabled, fair play. She probably would have fucking applauded me. He's so brave, he's so brave. But if I'm wearing a mask, it hits very differently. I'll walk up and I'll be like, hi, can I have a cock? It looks like I already have one. Doing a great job though. I actually have an American wife. She's from North Carolina, which means that she's a racist. But I met her. We have our 4-year wedding anniversary in 2 weeks, and we met about 7 years ago. And before that, I'd never had a proper girlfriend in my life. Okay, so I was single the entire time, and being single and stammering was intensely hard. Okay, because I'll tell you about one date in particular which sums up the entire experience. And before I tell you, I need to let you in on a secret about my stammer. When I drink 8 pints, I no longer have a stammer. I know, but between my second and 8 pints, literally can't speak at all. Know the one that's one too few, okay? So I was on a date with this girl 8 years ago, and it was going really well because I pre-drank 8 pints, okay? She had no idea I had a stammer, and I was telling jokes and stories and going amazingly. But I wanted her to see the real me. No drink Aidan, who sometimes stammers a lot, sometimes not that much. So I decided I would ask her out for coffee. Okay, that seemed like a nice date, a nice thing to do. And I was walking her to a bus stop, and she actually gave me the perfect in. She says, "Aidan, I've had a lovely time. We should do this again." And I got so excited that I did not realize that I had just dipped under 8 pints. So I looked back at her and I went, yeah, for a cup. Maguire program. For cup. 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 Come back. Now, why I brought my granny on a date with me was, she's a good wingman though. So my time is up, I have to go. Geez, that really makes it sound like I'm about to die, doesn't it? Maybe this is a Make-A-Wish thing. Fucking Eddie saw me stammering on the street and was like, like, what's your biggest wish? I was like, I want to do stand-up comedy. And he's like, come upstairs. He's actually going to push me out in front of a bus after a show just to make sure I'm dead. That's how Eddie Malarkey works. Don't let me tell you any different. So I want to go, if you want to follow me, I'll be driving back to Cavan after the show. So just get a line behind me. I'll be on all the Crackden socials. Follow the Crackden socials. This is a great club. That's honestly fantastic. Thank you for supporting. It's great. I'm going to get very serious before I go. I'm going to talk about every white man's favourite thing, discrimination. Because people that stammer, we get discriminated against all of us. People that stammer are discriminated against constantly. I've got one other friend with a stammer. His name is Michael. That's actually literally all we have in common. We have very long, meaningless conversations. But okay, here's the okay. Michael recently got 20 years in jail for shoplifting. Isn't that insane? Michael got 20 years in jail for shoplifting. But that's just the thing, okay? We stammers always have longer sentences. Thank you very much.